Before I get into what will be the last part of this response video series, and before I let this whole Predator Hunter Civil War drama series compilation of mine to die, or the drama that only involves me, and compiling it all in April of 2024. Anything else that I haven't touched upon will either be touched upon by people like SilverFox1232, or if not bigger ones, too. The point of the last installment to the very first consecutive response series I have ever made is just analyzing the aftermath, sharing my opinions/thoughts about how I should have dealt with things and move on. I can't really hold a grudge against that one person for too long, but Lio can, apparently. I get the double standards of the retarded nature of YouTube commentary in 2023, but it just gets to the point where I just have to put my foot down and say I had enough and I just want out of this. From this day forth, this will be the last installment of this first ever response series I made directly. And well, I don't know if I can be able to do another drama series just like this, but at this point, there's just no use continuing this one. Hi everyone. I am Brian Mullins the Fox, and at this point, I am done with this bullshit drama for now, and this response series forever, because at this point, both sides are just flinging shit at each other, hoping whatever sticks will stick. I don't know where all of this is going to go, and I'm not gonna venture another guess that will render my chances of continuing to cover it pointless, because others are just gonna do it better than I can. I think I might have contributed to it, alongside with Grimskull, SilverFox1232, and his video coming up, or if not, well, the aftermath of the last 3 parts of this quadrilogy have been tame to say the least. The drama was not going to last forever on my end anyway. It all dies with a whimper, nothing more. It's really odd and a bit funny how he didn't even respond to part 1. He might have decided that he wouldn't or watched it and just didn't care to respond to it. He only responded to part 2 as of not too long ago, as I am recording this, but he responded to it poorly. All he did is host another cope stream and muted anyone that dared to mention Lio, Mint, or Vita in not just a negative light, but in the same context where Lio should really double check anyone, let alone himself, that he might associate with before you talk to them, not after. I watched the whole stream, but I was never in the chat. Funny that. Also, the way they dismiss any criticisms against them is to mute them, try and fail to justify recording someone's rape in the context where it's then illegally obtained, not just directly sent to the police as surveillance, even though it was never recorded at all. And I think it's not worth being in the chat of his cope streams anymore. I only did that in the first cope stream he did on July 29th, you know, the one he's done on me, because I thought it would be funny to see him cope and cry about me. But now it's just sad, you know? I guess more and more intelligent people are starting to realize how much of an unlikable, hypocritical piece of shit Lio is, and the best way to move on for me is just let others fight the good fight in this online civil war. It doesn't take a whole lot to be brave in this situation. You could just simply push back and not fold to the big fat Lio man like an absolute cuck, or someone with an absolutely fucking disgusting humiliation fetish. Or you can just avoid talking to him entirely and just call it out without needing his input. I know that Lio himself isn't technically a predator, but him telling Mint to record her rape, of course in the context where it then would have been illegally obtained instead of her sending it to the police and getting her abuser not just arrested but convicted, was the closest to him potentially being one, or at least a predator enabler, even though he is, without that footage ever being recorded at all, like I've said before. Lio is just one of the few Spurgs/internet tough guys that has exposed himself as an unrespectable, insufferable, pathetic man-child. And he's such a Spurg that can't really let a grudge of his own go, and other people can't do that either in a way where they don't drag the drama out forever. It could be months, it could even be years, but let it not have anything to do with me anymore at this point. I can still cover other dramas that have fuck all to do with me, but I have to be extremely careful on how I handle living topics though. As I learned from advice from Fox Azor, if anything else comes out of the woodwork so much that it would be redundant to continue this response series, it would only be me covering it, ranting about it, and giving my 2 cents about it in a video on my drama archive, and then I move on to the next thing. I don't give a fuck that these degenerates can and likely will have the longest grudges for the pettiest and retarded reasons. I shouldn't give all that filler that much attention anymore. It's just gonna drag on forever. If you go anywhere near getting on his bad side so much as mildly criticizing him for his past or whatever, it can even be as petty as a mere disagreement or even a bit of an argument. You bet your ass he's going to make another one of those cope streams, because that's all he has left. His part 2 of the Cas Fox series or whatever was complete dog shit. And by the way, SilverFox1232 never and did not defend a zoophile. And him just blindly labeling anyone that disagrees with him as either a zoophile defender, predator defender, or whatnot, it's just redundant to even continue this, because you know he's gonna pull this retarded shit. LioMan, or LioConvoy, or Thomas Guerra is now just a lolcow with just a shitload of other lolcow subscribers. It couldn't be all the more ironic. And you know what? I will admit it. I was wrong about Gilded Pooh and other people. I admit it. But there will just be the smallest things that anyone could get so wrong so easily. Lio can do that to anyone because we're all humans and we're too immune to constantly flowing information and drama. And we can't really handle all that much all at once. Lio is just really good at manipulating people initially about everything. I am not. And yes, just to bring it back up, like I've said before, Lio's part 2 on Cas Fox was just a complete dumpster fire, because now it seems that Lio and Cas are basically no different from each other when it comes to associations. I just don't think I bear that much relevancy to the shit pile anymore than I thought before. That, and Lio slandering SilverFox1232, Harley TPS was never groomed, Grimskull was never a predator defender or a groomer defender at all, nor was Foxton. I just hate the slander of Foxton, Grimskull, SilverFox1232 for simply calling him out and simply getting facts straight. And yes, I have been lumped in myself with the group. Because of course, all they do is just dunk on people with no substance. That's what Lio and Peaches and a bunch of other spurgs in his fucking retarded audience does. So now, here are my thoughts and opinions. You can pull out an own against Cas Fox when it comes to Kurovo Nut Bar, but if we did that to you when it came to the Vita situation or Ichabod situation surrounding Mintheart, we're somehow predator defenders? Are you fucking kidding me, Lio? And by the way, rest in piss. The whole Brian Mullins the Fox vs. LioConvoy drama response series in general, because this is all just a massive shit pile. July 30th, 2023, all the way up to the time this video initially is uploaded. The other 2 mirrors are just to concretely seal its fate on other channels. After almost 2 months of its span, it's over. All of this shit happening over a comment debacle thread, and because I couldn't be fucked to wait any longer for the Cas Fox Drama Part 2 video after waiting for far too long. I bet that if that video even came out by the time of this one coming out, which it did, it will just be more of the same from Lio and the Senate, baseless accusations, calls that don't matter or come with fabricated evidence, and other shit that's taken completely out of context for views. And it's succeeding. This drama was fucking retarded and pointless. You know what I was right about? Lio using minors like Mint as a decoy and endangering them. Now, given that these quote-unquote archive channels surrounding the Senate, Top of the Barrel, Vita, LioConvoy, Mintheart, and so on are now just deleting everything. I am clearing the fuck out of all this. So much has happened since then, and clearly I'm not on Cas's side of the matter either. I've never been, and I never had to. I was just a bad solitary actor in covering the drama this year. And speaking of Cas, look who's back.
Cas, you are live on It's a Grimskull. How we doing, buddy?
Oh man, it's been a while, 5 months or so, right?
Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you ever since you ever been on anything live, I think it's been a small minute.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been online to talk my shit effectively. Hello everyone. How's it going? It's probably weird as fuck to hear a ghost from the past at this point, I'm sure.
Yes, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. So, Kaz, what are your thoughts so far on all the information that we found out about Lio and his found family?
Um, I fucking called it. So when me and Vlad had that one Discord chat that got leaked, uh, I specifically said that it kind of comes across like Lio's got some skeletons to hide. Um, and honestly, I've yet to see a rebuttal, especially after this. So, I think it's funny that you came after me over the Vlad shit, Lio. I will say that good marks for you on that one because you know how to play the optics game. I'll give you that. The problem is, next time, if you're going to try to make a lolcow, you don't force it. Never ends well. Trust me, I've been around the block longer than you when it comes to the whole lolcow thing. It never ends well when you force this shit. It never ends well when you go after someone over spite. It never ends well when you moral fag about stuff on the internet that most people, quite frankly, aren't going to care about because of like petty shit on the internet. I'm sorry to say this, bro. You really fucked yourself in this one. So, for anyone who doesn't know what I've been doing the last 5 months, I decided instead of engaging in this gay drama, I went out, got involved in a lot more work, and actual job shit, schooling, and having some fun time with somebody in my personal life. Meanwhile, apparently, I've been told this guy's been running his mouth about me for 5 months. 5 months. 5 fucking months. This guy has been talking about me. Is that correct, Grimskull? Am I insane for that?
No, you're not insane at all. That's exactly what happened. He's been promising a part 2 to a video of his initial slander and has yet to actually put it out there. He has slandered you. He has slandered Vlad. He has slandered Fursky Doodles. He has slandered Gallagher. He slandered a multitude of many people, and for no other reason than being a part of Fox Mafia over the Coyote stuff. So, I mean, do you have any comment on that?
I mean, I'm not surprised it always goes back to Coyote. I mean, a lot of them, even before the stream, gave me a lot of shit for even wanting to talk about the thread. And, try to say some things about me, including, like, Daya or whatever, try to flag down my Discord server, the original Fox Mafia, because, I refuse to shut up about the Coyote thread, or like I let people talk what they want to about that thread. I remember Lagovert made his video about Coyote Lovely, which most of it was about me. And how like they agree that my methods are effective, but they still didn't like how I handle things, or I guess it boiled down to they just didn't like me over the Coyote shit. And honestly, here's my hot take real quick. I got a few I want to dish out anyway. After 5 fucking months of this bullshit. If you were just honest about the fact that this was just petty call-outs and that you just got mad over the Yodi shit, fine. None of this would have happened. This wouldn't have been a 5-month drama. No one would have cared. We would all have our little funny banter about it, and people would have moved on with their lives. But no, it has to be life ruination. Like, what is it, Grim? I mean, how involved were you in dealing with these people?
I mean, not at all. Initially, I didn't know who the fuck these people were. They just popped out of nowhere, trying to like fucking intimidate Foxton into a fucking group call. And I took their fucking private DMs where they're over here just trying to like Darth Sidious like Foxton into this group call, posted it on Twitter, and then all of them all at once started like just popping in and just like going at us on fucking Twitter over the Harley TBS situation. So that's my interaction with the Senate, like, and then here I am now having to talk about their fucking like leader, the leader of the Thundercats here, fucking having random fucking like daughters on the internet, adopted daughters on the internet, all of which were involved with some molestation incident that occurred that he was involved in. So I don't know, it's strange to me. It's very bizarre how everything turned out. Like, here I am, this having some banter and making fun of Harley TBS like everyone else fucking does, and then suddenly, like a year or two down the line, I am now like in a feud with someone with the moniker of Lyle the Boomer Groomer Convoy.
I remember when back at March 3rd, I had that conversation. I believe Neo and a few people leaked it when I gave my permission for that, when they asked for that specifically. I remember I was talking to him about some stuff. I always thought it was weird. He never had an issue with Vlad, which is why like nothing happened with the Vlad stuff at the time. I was already prioritizing other shit to deal with, mostly IRL stuff. Like, we'll get into that in a minute because it is pretty funny in hindsight with all this shit. So like, when it comes down to all this crap, I thought it was very weird when they were talking, like, Lyle was trying to talk mad shit about you and Foxden so that I get rid of you guys from the server. And then right after, I talked to you guys more personally about what happened. And I was laughing my ass off because I thought it was nothing, Burger. Like you guys sent me more receipts than I ever gotten from their side about, like, the shit that was going on. And so I just didn't take that shit seriously. And it just moved on with my day because it just sounds like really petty gay shit. And then here we are. I guess I'm enemy number 1 because, Fox Mafia let people in that Lyle didn't like. That's kind of a vibe I'm sort of been getting for the last, like, so many months. It just boils down to, you're this and that too. I just don't like you.
Essentially, it's just that. It's just...
How dare you?
Yeah. How dare I? You're Grimskull. You're a big meanie. You're a meanie. How dare you not call him a they? Grimskull. You're gonna get muted. You're gonna be server muted. But no. But it's really telling with the behavior. The Streisand effect has been a fucking like sandpaper dildo in their rectum at this point in time. Like it's really fucking with them that people bring up shit against them from the past and they're perfectly comfortable doing this kind of tactic with everyone else. But don't do this with me. Don't do this with me. I am above your ridicule, Cas, Grimskull, Foxden, Pooh, Fursky, Neo. Don't bring anything up about me.
Jesus. Well, I'll say it like this. I just think it's funny because there was a time where before I decided to fuck off and do my own thing, just do IRL shit, because I will admit a lot of my previous behavior during the drama was not the best, and it was largely because I was just interested in not dealing with shit. I would rather deal with IRL stuff before I came back and did anything, which was initially the plan before all this. The irony of it is if probably Lyle gave it a couple extra months, Fox Mafia as a server would have been gone anyway. Let's be real, I got tired of a lot of the gay shit ever since the Yodi stuff happened. It just broke the camel's back for a lot of fucking people. So like, so many goddamn people were spurging about everything. It's like it's like their minds were broken beyond repair ever since we did that Yodi stream, and we all mocked them. And so like, I got to a point where I stopped giving a shit because I started to get this opinion, this epiphany before all this, that this was just going to end horribly. I've been around the block on the internet for a long time. I know when these internet communities are going to go into shitter. I know when where things are going to go. I guess in retrospect, I'm not surprised I was the target. Not just because of Yodi, just in general, because I've started to notice some concerning signs, and I called it out. And all of a sudden, I'm like this enemy, this evil monster that needs to be taken down. So I don't know. It's just this whole pedo hunting bullshit has turned itself into the same shit. And I hate to bring this up, but I might as well because these people won't shut up about him. With Jim and Gamergate, you know what I mean? Like all these movements about something a bit more serious than just internet trolling, and then like it gets co-opted by a bunch of like whiny little faggots online, and it all turns into like this giant like hodgepodge of just like fucking clout chasing bullshit. And the next thing you notice, every motherfucker in the room is being called a pedo, a fucking zoo. People are getting doxxed. People are getting their families fucked with. People having like the pictures of their dogs being used as PDFs and shit, and having mockery, or here's was roleplay chat being exposed, or oh god forbid, like you showed your penis to somebody once that's like a normal fucking person. We gotta talk about your personal life story. Like, that's important.
So
never change internet, I guess.
So if he had if Lyle were watching right now, if he wasn't a massive fucking bitch of a pussy right now, what exactly would like to say to him right now? Just real quick, so I can also bring in some other callers too. I don't want to keep too many people waiting.
I apologize for taking too much time.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I will say a few things for Lyle here. First of all, I'll give you one thing. I guess thanks for the slander, because I was able to just move on from this and fix a lot of shit before coming back, which may be a possibility in the near future. Because I kind of needed that. I'm not gonna lie. My mod team was fucking retarded. I'm not gonna pretend like that isn't the case. My mod team was butt fucking retarded. I had to fix so much shit by myself, and then had to deal with people not willing to talk to me about what their fucking problem was. Like, it was just a disaster. Like, the worst you can say about my server wasn't me, or even, like, the mod staff as individuals. It's just shitty fucking mod staff team, you know? That was the biggest killer of the server. That was, like, the only thing going on that was really wrong with it. But, aside from that, I'm sure that's a rant I can talk about on my own shit sometime soon. I see it like this, Lio. You knew exactly what this was going to go. I knew that you were going to play this game eventually. Not because of the Gilded shit. That did kind of take me a little bit by surprise, no. I knew you were going to pull this shit over Yodi. And I made it very fucking clear in my own way, to you, how this was going to go. Sure, you might be able to steamroll me in the short term. But guess what's going to happen in the long term? Exactly what's fucking happening now. And you know what's the fucked up part that really pisses me off? It's not the drama between me and you, because I really don't give a shit. I've been slandered to hell back 1,000 times over. I don't care. No, it's the fact that you gave all these pedos and zoos all the ammo they need to discredit both of us. So now, guess where all this pedo hunting on this specific sector is going to go? Fucking nowhere. It's a dead thing now. Because now you officially gave them everything they need to ruin all the years of work that me and you put into this shit. Because you couldn't let go that someone made fun of your fucking peaches. Jokes, by the way, I never made myself. And I wasn't going to censor people for making those jokes. Because it's the fucking internet. So, give yourself a pat in the back. You did more work to favor someone like Sappho or Zerkalo than anyone has ever done. So, enjoy where this is going to go. Because as far as I'm concerned, this whole pedo hunting thing is fucked beyond repair. And you're to blame for it, Mr. Hero, Mr. Batman. Enjoy where that's going. Anyway, apologies for the long autistic rant. I'm sure I'm done. You can have the revolving door commence. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good night, Kaz. Peace out.
Yeah, you too, man.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut him off right there. Yes, you too, man.
Hopefully next time, when I cover drama like this, I will only cover things that have already been established and nothing else until all of them are verified in the timeline where it's actually verified too. And yes, I'm no longer gonna have to try and premiere drama compilations that are outside of the roast game or any proof compilations surrounding the roast game in the post-roast game era. I'm just gonna be careful when it comes to living topics. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, I'm just moving on to the moving on segment with a series ending rant segment at the end. So, yeah, that's the video and the end of the very first consecutive response series I have ever made, folks. I am moving on from this response series specifically, but anything else that happens will be covered by other people until it's all in part 2 of the Predator Hunter Civil War drama compilation in April of 2024. Because I have to take drama much more seriously now, thanks to advice from Fox Azor, as I've said before. That, and I have taken into consideration the damage and borderline life ruination false accusations like these causes for people like Mongrel. So, October will hopefully be the first post-drama and non-drama related month for me this year when it comes to content on the internet. Sure, I will watch what goes on from here on out in the background, but I've done my job here. Not perfectly though, but somehow decent enough. LioConvoy, if you're actually fucking watching this or not, Don't just leave the internet and come back as someone else or someone new as if you somehow had a second chance or have changed and you would never do shit like this again. Because again, this whole predator hunting hobby shit is deeply embedded in your brain and your character and your ego and then your reputation. Never come back to the internet ever again. I don't care what your motives are for any more of your idiotic, pedantic, and erroneous cope streams. I am done talking about you, the Senate, and any other fucking spurg on your side or on Cas's side. And I am most certainly done talking about predator hunters in general and just want to talk about something else for a change. Doing all of this for almost a year now when it comes to covering predator hunting in general on the internet or real life being shit and a hobby instead of an actual job, unless if you're a private detective or a police officer, has been emotionally draining for me and has me feel vindicated every time shit I point out and call out happens or has happened before and is now coming to light. I will continue feeling vindicated. It doesn't matter though. Channels like mine, if they're allowed to live longer at all, are only there to die and nothing more because of drama like this. Thank you for watching this whole drama response series. I'm fucking done. I am Brian Mullins the Fox, signing out. Goodbye to you all.